Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video lesson on music theory. Today I want to discuss major 7 chords, how to form them, where to find them, what their function is, all that good stuff. We're going to work in the key of C, and then we're also going to modulate to the key of G, just so you get the perspective in 2 different places, right? So the key of C is all white keys. We have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. All right? Now a major 7 chord, if you've seen my video on the harmonized major scale, you might remember that major 7 chords fall on the 1st degree and the 4th degree of your scale. Now, just a little brief history. There are 12 notes on the piano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Each one of those notes is the starting note for its own scale. And there are 12 notes, there are 12 scales, there are 12 major scales to be specific. Every one of those scales contains a major 7 chord on the 1st degree and the 4th degree. In the key of C, that would be the C major 7 and the F major 7. Okay? Now, the intervallic formula for a major 7 chord, take your scale, you're going to play the 1st degree, the 3rd degree, the 5th degree, and the 7th degree. And that's where we get the title major 7, because it contains that 7th note of the scale. It's also in a major interval, meaning that if we were to play a B flat instead of a B, that would be a minor 7, right? A minor 7th interval. But we're playing the note that abuts the octave, which is the same as the root. So that is a major 7 interval, and again, I have a video on intervals. If you want to review that, please check that out. The major 7 chord is the 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th degree of your major scale, falling on the 1 chord and also the 4 chord. Here's the construction on the 4 chord. The F is your 4th degree of the C scale, skipping every other, 1, 3, 5, 7, and there's your F major 7. And you can always double check to make sure you have the right notes by making sure that all the notes in the chord are also in the scale. If you find yourself playing a chord with a black key and you're supposed to be in the key of C, the chances are you're doing something wrong. Now we're going to change this up and go to the key of G, just so you can get a slightly different perspective of this. Key of G is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. Okay? Now if you notice, the key of C is all white keys. The key of G is all white keys with 1 black key, 1 sharp. They are, as a result, considered closely related keys because they share most notes in common. Starting on G, as your first interval, we're going to go 1, 3, 5, 7. And if you notice, this one has a sharp. That's your F sharp, that's your 7. That's your major 7 interval as it falls within the key of G. So this is a G major 7 chord, G, B, D, F sharp. And just like what we did with the key of C, we're going to move up to the 4 chord and play those intervals again using the notes of the G scale to get our 2nd major 7th chord in the key of G. So G is 1, A is 2, B is 3, C is 4. Every other note. The only note that's not a white key in the key of G is an F sharp, but there is no F sharp in a C major 7. There you have your chord. C major 7, C, E, G, and B. There you have it, guys. A brief, hopefully simple to understand and concise explanation of what the C major 7 chord is, how to form it, what intervals are a part of it, and I'll leave you with the final note. It's a very happy, bright, but yet also kind of mysterious sounding chord, depending on the context, but it's one of my favorites. It's really nice to throw in jazz, but being that music is all about being creative and experimenting, feel free to throw it in anywhere. If you guys have any questions, concerns, confusion, comments, leave them in the comments below. And as always, I do offer very conveniently priced, let me rephrase that, very competitively priced, fairly priced, virtual lessons at request if anybody has any confusion or would like to go further. As always, like, subscribe, and have a great day.